All right, well, it's 9:01, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Good morning. Thank you all so much for being here this morning. I'm Kathy Easley with Trident United Way, and we are just delighted and so grateful for all that you do in the community, and delighted to have you here. We have two great speakers this morning and some great announcements, so I want to go ahead and get started. Robert, have you joined us? All right. Well, Amy, we're going to go ahead and start with Dee Norton while we're waiting on Robert to join us. And so just want to thank you so much for being with us this morning, and for all that Dee Norton does in the community. So I am going to turn it over to you, Amy.
Okay, let me see. Good morning.
And we can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Is that better?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Let me start my slides to show. Hang on one second. Oh, I think I've got one thing in the way. Is that better? Are you all seeing?
So Amy, we're not able to hear you.
Oh no.
We can hear her, Kathy.
Yeah, Amy, we can hear you.
Okay. I think Kathy's having.
Still can't hear you.
I think Kathy's having technical difficulties, but if everyone else can hear me, I'm going to go ahead. So I am Amy Gardner. I am a family advocate at D. Norton Child Advocacy Center.
Okay. Thanks.
We are part of, many child advocacy centers over the nation, but we're part of the South Carolina network of child advocacy centers. And so, we help families and investigators through any allegation of child abuse or maltreatment. So I'll just kind of get started with our mission statement. Our mission is to prevent abuse, protect children, and heal families. So that's why we kind of had to lower our mission, shorten our mission statement, because it was very long over the years. So we made it a little easier to digest. And we have those prevent, protect, heal keywords that we sort of are our values here at D. Norton. Our main function is forensic interviewing and medical exams through our team here at MUSC Child Abuse Pediatrics. They are on site here at our center, and they do forensic medical exams on children that are needed. Some children don't need them and some children do. So we work together as a team for that. But we also, I'm going to start with the protection part. And these are just some facts about child abuse. So 1 in 5 girls and 1 in 10 boys are sexually abused before they turn 18. 1 in 6 children are physically abused before they turn 18, and sexual and physical abuse can occur in every culture, in every neighborhood. We see all walks of life come through here, all socioeconomic backgrounds. And these slides were pre-made for me, but we do see children for all types of maltreatment and abuse, not just physical and sexual abuse, neglect. There is medical abuse. There are all kinds of different types. I'll get into some of those specialties that we have programs for later on in the slides. But and this is just another one that was added in there about the toll of the pandemic. Of course, this is we all know it's a national crisis for children's mental health. Children that are at risk have been out of sight of teachers and our main reporters of child abuse. And also, just being home and isolated, there are, added risks of witnessing domestic violence and being abused over, stress and financial reasons. And all of the things that came along with the pandemic and the stress. So what is a child advocacy center? So we work, we are a national model for the multidisciplinary collaborative response when there is a concern for abuse or neglect. So we work with, and you can see in this sort of how everyone we work with and then how it works. We like to call ourselves a one-stop shop because before child advocacy centers, children were having to go all over the place to get these services, and now they can get it under one roof. So we work with law enforcement, child protective services, obviously our medical team, forensic interviewing, our forensic interviewers here, mental health professionals, victim advocacy, like what I do here, and also on the prosecution side of things. Our forensic interviewers often have to present in court the forensic interviews, and we walk children through possibly having to testify in court and things like that if it comes to that. We like to not have them have to do that, but we hope that our forensic interview covers them not having to, but it just depends on the judge if they want them to talk in court. We are accredited by the National Children's Alliance. So that means that we have demonstrated adherence to standards designed to improve the community's response to allegations of child abuse. So we help, so just some statistics here. We help an average of 20 children a week. These are pandemic numbers. So the children helped in 2021, we helped 829 children. We conducted 684 forensic interviews, 487 medical exams, 207 mental health assessments, 1,096 therapy sessions, and we coordinated cases on 864 cases. Pre-pandemic, those numbers were more between, depending on the year, between 1,400 children and 1,800 children. So we have had to heavily triage the cases just due to capacity and things like that, and refer out into the community if it's not rising to the level of a forensic interview or a service that we provide here at Norton. So we'll start with the prevention part. So we have several different things that we do in the community for prevention of child abuse. These are just some handouts. The first handout here is something that we provide to sort of community partners, teachers, things like that. The second handout is more for parents, and they're just, what to do, how to react if a child does disclose child abuse to you or neglect, or something that is anything basically that is going on in their life, how you react, and who to get in contact with when that does happen. No one person, parent, or caregiver can prevent all bad things from happening to children. So by providing, trainings in the community and, things like that, we are able to, prevent some of these children coming through our doors. We have a education coordinator, and she's an education coordinator / school liaison. Her name is Jessica Burrows. She goes into the community and does trainings for a lot for the schools, but she will go anywhere really where children or people work with children, agencies work with children. So if your agency is in need of mandated reporter trainings, the ones she does in the school are more geared toward trauma-informed educators. But she will also she goes to see daycares. She will go out to, we work with Coastal Pediatrics and training their doctors and nurses and staff on, how to report and seeing the signs of child abuse. So she'll basically kind of go anywhere. So if your agency, is needing something like that, you can always contact us. you know, and asked to speak with, you know, someone who does trainings, if you can't remember Jessica's name, and they will get you in contact with her, and she's amazing and does great trainings. So this is just sort of, if you see something, say something. Signs of child abuse to look for is if a child discloses abuse to you. You can look for changes in emotions, like a typically reserved child has new fears emerge, changes in behavior, like a talkative child becoming more withdrawn. There's some more specific signs, things like bedwetting, you know, just it's mainly behavioral changes that just kind of come out of nowhere, and you feel like this child is a completely different child than the one you know than how they normally are. So and it, you know, it could be anything that you know happens. It could not, you know, could not be child abuse, but it's better to err on the side of caution and just check in, just to make sure, you know, that these behaviors are not from something that's happened with a child or to a child. This slide is, it's called CAPE. It's child abuse prevention education. It's one of the things that Jessica does go into the schools to provide. I don't know the ins and outs of all of this, so I won't go into a full explanation of this one, but it is one of the programs that Jessica does go into schools and you know, helps them, give them the tools to make sure, you know, they are informed of what trauma looks like and how to report and all of those things. And so then we come to protect. So that's this is our main function, is protecting children from child abuse. So that usually starts with a forensic interview. So we get referrals from anyone really. Mainly they come from DSS and law enforcement, but we will take a referral from anyone, a concerned neighbor, parent, agency, doctor, teachers. Our intake department is amazing. You just, you know, call up and, you know, they'll give you a call back if they're not available to speak at the moment, and they'll walk you through if there's another staff member here that could help you in another program, or, you know, if we need to get a child scheduled for services. So who is available, you know, eligible for our services: any child alleged to be a victim of maltreatment and or other trauma. So community violence is one that we also, if a child sees something in the community, they often get referred to us, so that, you know, we can, and they do a forensic interview. It could be part of a detective's investigation for that crime that child may have witnessed. But our main focus is making sure that child is mental services are, you know, taken care of, mental health is taken care of, and they're in services if they need services for that. So any child alleged to be a victim of maltreatment and or other trauma, ages 0 through 17. So at 18, we do not see, we cannot see children anymore. We've had some children in therapy services that turned 18. Of course, we're going to finish therapy with them. But other than that, taking in new children at 18 years old or at 17 years old, we have to cut that off. Referrals are accepted 24/7. So our business hours are Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5 p.m. But we do have an answering service that is on, you know, answers 24/7. They are instructed to ask questions when you call to find out if it is an emergency. We have leadership that is on call 24/7. So if our answering service contacts them and say, hey, we've had an emergency, they will call that person back, whether that be a detective calling saying they're having an emergency, or just a parent or whoever it may be, and walk them through if it's something we need to come in. We will come in the middle of the night and do forensic interviews if it's necessary. If children are young children, it's usually they're currently disclosing what they've just seen, and we want to get that captured while they're still disclosing, rather than wait for the next day and maybe, you know, memories and things, go away, or, they just don't want to talk about it anymore. So we have the ability to do that. And then, like I said, referrals are accepted from anyone in the community. So, if you have a concern, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We will walk you through it. And, you're not alone out there, trying to figure out where to send children. But so normally we start with a forensic interview. It's just we are a non-biased party. We record these interviews. They are evidence in court, or evidence for an investigation. So no one can view these videos aside from investigators that are working on the case. Sometimes they go to trial, sometimes they are presented in court. That's often our hope, that the judge and people that are working on it would watch the forensic interview rather than have the child testify. But it is, our interviewers are trained to ask open-ended, non-leading, non-suggestive questions. And so that is why, and they are, expertly trained in questioning children in that manner. So that is why law enforcement and DSS and places like that refer to us to do these interviews, rather than doing them themselves. Another service we provide here are medical examinations through our MUSC Child Abuse Pediatrics team. They do forensic medical exams, so they are a little different than what you would normally have at your primary care physician. But they are just for most children, it's just to check and reassure them that their body is okay. Sometimes if it's physical abuse, they're coming in to take pictures of the physical abuse, that if there is marks still on a child, things like that. And often our referrals may come in from the MUSC ED emergency room because, someone has, gone into the emergency department if their child has disclosed possibly sexual abuse to them. And our team responds to the hospital, and their follow-up is all done here at D. Norton afterwards. And they usually refer the children here for forensic interviews. So this comes back to our multidisciplinary team. I don't know if anyone on the call is part of our multidisciplinary team, but we meet weekly every Wednesday, and from 8:30 to 12 every Wednesday, and we bring together everyone who's working with the cases, so detectives, our medical team, DSS, if there are therapists that are working with the child, we try to get everyone together. We always have a solicitor from the Ninth Circuit Solicitor's Office there to listen, for their cases and to help guide the detectives and things like that. And so we partner with more than 30 community agencies. So we work mainly with Charleston and Berkeley counties. Berkeley County lines get kind of skewed with us, and Dorchester Children's Advocacy Center. So sometimes, depending on where they're at in Berkeley County, they may get sent to Dorchester Children's Advocacy Center. But we will actually take anyone from any county. Some people prefer D. Norton. Some people have conflict of interest maybe with another child advocacy center. So we have served children from all over the state, honestly. So we'll take anyone. It's not just Charleston and Berkeley County, but that is the main population that we serve. And then the healing part. So this is just a little quote here. They like to add quotes from children in these presentations. So you got him out of my house, now get him out of my head. So we provide several different therapies and services here at D. Norton. They are all evidence-based treatments. I'll go into that in a moment. One of the where we start normally is with a mental health assessment. If a child does not already have a mental health provider, We can do these assessments depending on, what they disclose in their interview. If they are disclosing trauma or abuse, something like that, we will, we can offer them these mental health assessments here at D. Norton. And either if we have the capacity to do therapy with them, we will keep them here. But like most mental health places, we have a wait list and we are at capacity. So we do a lot of referring out into the community as appropriate after these mental health assessments tell us sort of what symptoms the children are having and what the appropriate referral would be for the children. And as a family advocate, that is this is a big part of my job, is making these referrals, setting up these mental health services for the children after they are seen here. I am sort of like a case manager for these families when they come in. They're going to meet several people along the way as they move through services here at D. Norton, but I always remain the same, and I'm their contact person. And I meet with them when they first come in. I'm the first face that they meet with, and I explain everything that's going, to happen in the appointment that day. And I, give them all this information about how we follow up and meet with the team as a multidisciplinary team. And I go over all of these things with our families, and I stick with them through the entirety of our case, as long as it's opened with us at D. Norton. So more than 1,000 therapy sessions provided in 2021. So we believe children deserve the best, which means for mental health services, therapy that has been proven in a field of research to work. So evidence-based therapies is what we provide here. Currently, we offer 6 evidence-based therapies to address different trauma symptoms. The main service we provide, the main therapy we provide is trauma-focused cognitive behavioral therapy, so TFCBT. There are a few others that I'll get into in a moment of some programs that we have. We have PCIT, which is parent-child interactive therapy for children, very young children, and their parents to interact together. It's a very neat therapy to watch. But we provide, several different, and they're all trauma focused. So child abuse does not have to define a child's life, and children can and do heal. And that is the best part of my job. Being able to watch children heal from child abuse. There's nothing more rewarding than that. It's always a very long road, and nothing is ever easy. But that is the most rewarding part of my job. I skipped to this slide too soon, so I'll go back and talk about a couple of services that we do provide here. We have a program for children with problematic sexual behaviors, so that is child-on-child sexual behaviors. A lot of times the teachers catch this in school, or it's happening in the family home. So we like to, and we have a whole team that is dedicated to this. There is a I can't remember how, I think an 18-week module that they can go through with we don't like to call them offenders, we call them initiating children. So the children who initiate these behaviors, we often, depending on their age, if it's age appropriate, the behavior that they're having, they can be referred to our problematic sexual behavior group, where they go through and talk about what they've done in a group setting with other children who are also have initiators of problematic sexual behaviors. They go over sexual behavior rules and how they're going to change things. We help families, if it is in-house, do things like set up alarms on doors in the middle of the night and various things to keep the children safe in the home if DSS has not separated the children already. Oftentimes that happens. We also have a program for, it's our commercial sexual exploitation of children, CSEC for short. It's, for human trafficking, any sort of exploitation of youth, either online or in person. We support the victims and survivors of CSEC. They also deal with what's called CSAM, child abuse sexual materials. So if even if a child has sent out a video of themselves and someone did not solicit that from them, that's still child abuse sexual material, and our CSEC team handles those cases. We offer body safety classes for children, usually very young children, who, identifying their body parts, the correct terminology for their body parts, and identifying safe adults to tell if someone does, touch their private parts or make them uncomfortable in any way. We have the ability also now with the pandemic to do telehealth. So we did not have that before, and that's very helpful for families, so that we can meet over a Zoom session. They don't have to come into the office, and we can do therapy, mental health assessments. We do the body safety classes, all of that we can do over a Zoom session. Or they can come in the office. It's their choice. During the pandemic, we obviously had to do everything through telehealth, but now we're getting back into normal operations, and we are, able to see children in person now. And then this is just another quote they like to add in. This was a child who had graduated his therapy. And on his last day, he said, "I know it's time for me to leave. I mean, I'm like the baby bird in the nest. You have to push me out to see if I can fly." And so this is our contact information. To make a referral, you can just call our mainline number. We do have 2 locations. We got too big for our downtown location. We've been here 35 years. Something like that, a little over 30. And we just outgrew it, and we needed to expand. So we have a Mount Pleasant location. It's a smaller center, but we are the same team. We are not separated teams. We are all D Norton. We all, work together. We have several clinicians that go back and forth and supervisors that go back and forth between both locations to keep, both running. But if you need to make a referral, just call our mainline number. Our receptionists are great at triaging these calls and where they need to go. And they will get you in contact with our intake department, and they will talk you through if they need to make mandated reports for you. If you give them enough information, we will be required to make a mandated report if it arises to that. Or we can talk you through making that. If you are a mandated reporter, we will ask you to do that because you are the person that was disclosed to. But other than that, that's how you get a hold of us.
Amy, thank you so much. We
You're
really
welcome.
appreciate the information and all you do. So thank you so much. And just a reminder, all of these slides will go out to everyone at the first part of next week. So you'll have all of that. So as we all know, we've struggled with folks going back to work. And so we've asked Robert from SC Works to talk about some programs that they have available that we could share with our clients. So Robert, I'm going to turn it over to you, please.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Kathy. Can you hear me okay out there?
Yes.
Fantastic. Well, again, thank you to everybody that's on this Zoom meeting today. And before I get started, I want to thank each and every one of you for the work that all of your groups do for our community. I just want to make sure I let you know that before I get started. So Kathy reached out to us. The first thing I want to ask, if you are not receiving our job fair flyers and hiring events, please let me know, meaning my email address is right there on the slide, and I'll just do it old school. We have all types of flyers advertising our job fairs and hiring events. If your organization is not receiving this, or anyone in your organization is not receiving it, please email me and I will add you to our partner distribution list so you can get this information about our hiring events and job fairs into the hands of job seekers, clients, consumers, customers you're serving. We would really appreciate spreading the word. Again, SC Works, based out of the North Charleston office here on Hanahan Road. We've got a lot of different events coming up. And again, if you want to get that information from us, please send me an email and I will add you to our distribution list. What I do ask is we don't provide it to individual job seekers. This distribution list is really meant for fellow agencies, community partners, organizations to get the word out to their clients. So please give me that information if you need it, and we'll add you to the list and you will know about everything we're doing. So speaking of back to work, so this is a program that was piloted by South Carolina Department of Employment Workforce. And if you have not received the back to work flyer, please email me and I will send it over to you. The back to work program is designed to assist job seekers who obviously are not currently working. It could be that they are currently unemployed. It could have been that they're unemployed for quite some time, long term. It could be they're unemployed and they have not been receiving unemployment insurance benefits. They've been unemployed for several years. It could be someone who maybe even retired early and wants to get back into the job market. It could be a person who maybe doesn't have a lot of work experience, that may have just gotten out of high school or completed their GED program and they'd like some further assistance with improving their soft skills. And that's what that back to work program is really designed for. It's all ages, obviously working age. You got to be at least 16 to participate. Anyway, usually we find it's folks, high school and above that are wanting to get back into the workforce, and like it's been a while. They're like, you know what, I haven't really interviewed in a long time, or I'm not too comfortable with my resume, or I need some help. I've worked for one company for 20 something years, retired. Now I want to go back and try to pick up a part-time job, and I want to kind of learn about what kind of skills I might need to develop to get back into the workforce. So a lot of different things go on with the program. Obviously, there's no fee, there's no charge to any of the students. This will be the third group of students. I use the term students. This will be the third group of job seekers that will be assisting through the back to work program. And it's designed for what we call sessions. And there's 6 soft skills sessions that cover topics from career exploration to navigating our SC Works job search website, personal wellness, how to develop teamwork skills, understanding the job application process, understanding how online things are and mobile things are today with the technology. We even go into topics regarding financial management. Pretty much we try to center around anything work related. And our instructors can kind of tailor it based on a group of individuals. So basically, the last time we did the program, I believe we had around 15 job seekers. And we ended up having an exclusive job fair with employers from the industries those folks were interested in working in. So we were able to tailor a job fair towards those participants. And our goal right now is to have 10 participants for this session. If we can get 5 folks, we'll be thrilled with that. But again, it does require that the participant come to our sessions and meet the schedule. I know a lot of you may not have the flyer, so I will send it out to you. Basically, we need folks to enroll in the program by November. Turn around, look at the calendar, folks, in one of those mornings. Our goal is to have everyone enrolled in the program by November 18th. Our orientation session starts on November 29th. And we have the contact information on the flyer of the folks that are operating the program. They will respond to any job seeker questions that people have about it. But again, the idea is to cover soft skills over a 2 to 3 week period with a select group of folks that want to participate. We learn what type of work they're looking for, and then we go out and contact employers who want to meet with this group of individuals to interview them after they've completed their graduation ceremony. And we have had some hires from the previous group. Obviously, the goal is for someone to obtain employment. We make no guarantee of that. However, we do our best to have the job seekers prepared, and we try to really tailor this with employers who understand what the curriculum these folks have covered. And so far, it's been a win-win for everyone. It's the last group. It was a very positive ceremony we had here, and we had a job fair exclusively for those folks. And then we opened up the job fair to the general public, and we got great feedback from the employers. So again, I can definitely send you the flyer, give you any more details you might need. Kathy, if anyone has any questions, I'd be happy to take them. And I appreciate you offering me this chance to speak about it. But I just want to get back to, if you want to find out about our events, please send me an email. We'll get you on the list. Our goal is to get more job seekers to come out for our events, whether they're here at the Hanahan Road office or off-site. For example, I'm sure our friends from Our Lady of Mercy will be talking later. We'll be there tomorrow on Johns Island from 11 to 2 for a Our Lady of Mercy quarterly job fair. My colleague, Risa Gardner, is going to be there representing SC Works. So we're excited about that. And we'll be doing things in Berkeley and Dorchester County as well. So we're trying to be all over the place, doing what we can. So I've segued back to trying to get you to sign up for my email list. And Kathy, if it's okay, if anyone has any questions, they can ask me if they'd like.
If you have any questions, put them in the chat, and that we'll try to monitor that. Robert, thank you so
Sure.
much.
Thank you
We
so much.
also post the flyers that you send us on Charity Tracker so that goes out to everyone as well.
Fantastic. And before I move on, I do have another call this morning I have to jump on. But before I go, please check out our social media. SC Works tried it. So
Great.
Facebook, Twitter, the whole thing. You're going to see that we've got an awesome event with Our Lady of Mercy this weekend. And then we're going to follow it up next week in West Ashley with MUSC. That's going to be a big event at their West Ashley offices by Sidla Mall. So thanks for everyone for what you do. And I'll be happy to follow up with you if need be. Thanks,
Thank
Kathy.
you so much.
you,
We
Debbie,
really appreciate it.
For inviting us. And I covered a lot of things there, but please contact us.
And all of this information will go out to everyone next week. So thank you
Okay.
so much.
Thank you so much.
And I just want to remind everyone, SC Works is also located in our Resource Connection Centers, one
Yes.
on Main Street in Monk's Corner and the other in the Dorchester Adult Education Building in Somerville. So
Excellent.
you can actually see someone there. So
Awesome.
thank you so much. All right, so we're going to go to announcements. We have quite a list of announcements this morning. We're excited. So Kelsey with Our Lady of Mercy, we're going to start with you.
Yes, hello. Actually, so he went ahead and started us off. Thank you so much for that, Robbie. So we have an event coming up tomorrow. It'll be 11 to 2. We have 6 confirmed employers. I'm pretty excited about it. This is the first job fair that I am heading up since Ryan has moved. So everyone knows Ryan very well. But so if you could spread the word. The other thing I wanted to spread the word about was that if anyone has open positions that ever wants to be a part of our job fairs, I love to partner with agencies that I work with in other ways as well. So please let me know. The next job fair will be February 18th. So there's a little bit of a head start there. If anyone wants to make a note and you know that you'll be hiring, let me know. And I can definitely get you on the roster. I'll put my email in the chat so everyone has it. But thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Kelsey. Appreciate you doing that. Angie Williams, who is our AmeriCorps program manager, has an announcement about a program the AmeriCorps members are going to get ready to do. Angie?
Hey, good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. So really quick, just wanted to share that our members are stepping in gear and getting ready for the holiday season, and they're kicking it off with their initiative called Bags of Joy. So from now to December 1st, we're going to be collecting kind of personal hygiene items really for any individual that's displaced in the Tri-County area. All kits that we collect will be going to the agencies we have listed below. So Holy City Missions, the Hope Center, and Neighbors Together. The QR code for the donations are up there. I'm excited to say that we've still been able to keep prices low this year. So all kits are going to be under $20. Kits will include snack, personal hygiene items such as like hand warmers, water bottles, nail clippers, washcloths, deodorants, and things like that. And the female kits will also include sanitation napkins. So if you could spread the word, please share the flyer within your networks. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Angie. All right, Sheila with Harvesting Hope Food Pantry.
Good morning, and it's Shala, but I respond to
Oh, I'm
Sheila.
so
That is
sorry.
quite all right, all my life. So yes, we have located in Moncks Corner in Berkeley County, and this is our second year for Harvesting Hope Food Pantry. So we just try to get more information out about where we are, who we are. We do distributions monthly, every third Saturday from 9 to 11, and every third Tuesday from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. And we're registered under the Low Country Food Bank. And we have been trying to expand a lot of what we have been doing within our smaller community, but we expand out into Berkeley County. So our Fall Fest will be this November 12th. It's a family-filled event, but it's also an opportunity for us to share some of the resources that we provide. We're a small, impactful nonprofit. We're 4 years old, called Grace Impact Development Center, but we are doing some great work. We're doing some workforce development, focusing on electrician, getting people skill sets for entry-level jobs, and that's focusing this year. We're focusing on electrician and welding. So that's just a little bit of what we're doing, but we'd like to have anyone that would like to be a vendor out to our Fall Fest. Please reach out to us, and we'll be greatly able to get some information out to our little area out here in Moncks Corner.
All right, thank you so much. Adriana with the Community Impact Breakfast.
Yay. Hi, good morning, everybody. Yes, so our Increasing Hope, we're located here on Rivers Avenue. We are having our Community Impact Breakfast, which is going to be November 17th. And we're going to start that, it's going to be from 9:30 to 11:30 at the Crown Plaza at the airport. And so it's not going to be, it's at no cost. Once you're there, you can donate to our cause to continue helping and educating the community. But we're really excited about this so that we can get to meet some of our community partners and continue to spread the word about the wonderful things we're doing with our community. So please save the date, join us, and help us continue providing the necessary services to the community so they can continue to become more educated financially speaking.
Great, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, Miss Brenda Richardson from the Vet Center.
Hi, good morning, Kathy. Good morning, everyone. I'm sorry, I'm working from home, so my face is not shown, but I did want to share that the Veterans Day Parade is this Sunday, downtown Charleston. I also wanted to mention that we are also having a drive-through event for our veterans and also to celebrate Marine Corps' 248th birthday, which will be on November 10th at the Vet Center. And it's a drive-through event. We will be giving out some birthday cupcakes to our Marine veterans and anyone that attends that event. So I just wanted to say happy Veterans Day in advance to all our veterans there. And if there's any questions, you can please reach out to me and I'll put my information in the chat.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, Ren with Wise Telehealth Network. So Ren must have had to drop off. So we will move on to Joey with the Community Garden Initiative. Joey Curran.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for being here today. Just wanted to make sure everyone was aware of an opportunity that we are providing here at Trident United Way. If you know anybody, any group, community group, organization, or otherwise that is interested in starting a community garden in their area, please let us know. Our applications are open. We're taking applications until December 9th. You can find the applications to apply for that opportunity on our website at tuw.org/communitygarden. Just in brief, this is a 2-year opportunity and United Way will provide all the supplies, all of the training, all of the community support needed to get these gardens up and running and make sure that any group who's interested is able to apply. So we're looking to put a garden in, at least to start. We want to put one garden in Charleston, one in Berkeley, and one in Dorchester County. So once again, if you're interested, look at our website. We have a great FAQ section. There's a full information webinar that you can watch. And I encourage folks who are in areas where there's limited access to fresh fruits and vegetables to consider applying. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you, Joey. Just want to check the chat real quick. Does anyone have any questions? Okay. Well, we really appreciate all of you being here today and all you do in the community. If you're interested in presenting at the December meeting or January meeting, please reach out to me. Or if you have an announcement you want to make, please let us know. Our next meeting will be Friday, December 2nd at 9 a.m. Our goal is that our January meeting will be in person. We're still working on that, but we're hopeful. So thank you all. I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving and enjoy time with family. And we look forward to seeing you in December. Have a great day and a great weekend.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.